with cultural and media influence throughout the entire continent, facing a conservation crisis. Its wildlife and national parks are highly endangered by poaching and illegal logging. It's the epicenter of the illegal trade in ivory and penguin scales, with tons of products representing thousands of animals seized in recent times by customs. It has strong demand for illegal bushmeat that endangers animals and risks introduction of zoonotic disease. But Nigeria could be a conservation leader. With Lagos leading the way, Nigeria is updating its wildlife legislation. It's improving its wildlife law enforcement, and it's revolutionizing its public awareness. WildAid and its Nigerian partners are launching the largest ever conservation awareness program in Africa to drastically increase coverage of wildlife issues. Working with government agencies, working with the media,
This fits into the administration policies of restoring transparency, accountability, and zero tolerance for corruption.
No going back on anti-corruption war, President Buhari vows as he receives Ombudsman Award. How are Nigerians reacting to CBN's revised cash withdrawal limit?
Should still do more.
2 days to Christmas, travellers delighted with second Niger bridge.
I thank the federal government. I plead if they can commission it, we all will be happy.
Hello and thanks for joining us on the network news at 9 on NTA. I'm Naja'atu Tajani. Remember, this broadcast is being streamed live on our website and all our social media handles displayed on the screen. A major petrol tanker explosion has occurred around Kubwa Expressway, leading to heavy traffic gridlock. The cause of the explosion is still unknown at this time, but men of the FCT Fire Service and other emergency respondents are on ground to put out the fire and prevent it from spreading. Meanwhile, men of the Federal Road Safety Corps are on hand to manage the traffic situation. President Muhammadu Buhari has vowed to remain resolute in expanding the frontiers of anti-corruption, rule of law and good governance in Nigeria, even as his administration winds down. This is in response to the award of Grand Ombudsman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria conferred on him by the Public Complaints Commission during a courtesy visit. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu reports.
The Grand Ombudsman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria award was conferred on President Muhammadu Buhari for his relentless efforts at achieving a corrupt-free society and pursuing consistently the ideals of justice, unity, and peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. The president, who described the honor bestowed on him as pleasing, promised to ensure that the Public Complaints Commission is strengthened and empowered to perform its functions most effectively as the bastion of justice for what he called the little man who has no one or no place to turn to for relief.
I urge you to use your privileged position to protect the interests of the downtrodden and sensitize the citizenry on their rights and obligations, particularly the need to ensure a free, fair, and credible election and a smooth democratic transition and transfer of power 2023.
describing the Commission's mandate, which is to bridge the gap between the government and the governed, as well as between the big man and the less privileged, as well thought out. The President promised speedy consideration to his application for license to own a radio station for effective publicity.
I want to assure you that the Commission will be considered as the agency where the whistleblowing policy will be domiciled, given your widespread network of offices and the fact that your mandate on referral of complaints with criminal content to appropriate law enforcement agencies made your commission the best suited agency. This fits into the administration policies of restoring transparency, accountability, and zero tolerance for corruption and all forms of administrative injustice.
The Chief Commissioner of the Commission, Abimbola Ayo Yusuf, appreciated President Buhari for, amongst others, releasing all outstanding pension liabilities to retirees of the federal government from 2014, approving the payment of the backlog of death benefit claims, as well as the 13% derivation deduction for 9 oil-producing communities, describing them as unprecedented in the history of governance in Nigeria. He assured the President that the Commission will not abdicate its responsibility to uphold a just social environment devoid of administrative infractions, which is a prerequisite for peace, progress, socio-economic development, and bedrock for efficient service delivery.
Mr. President, we acknowledge the high moral and ethical standards expected of us in the performance of the quasi-judicial duties of the Office of the Ombudsman. We realize that when we excel in bringing to the barest minimum all forms of administrative misconduct in the public and private sectors of the economy, corruption itself would have been removed from the roots.
What makes complaints to the Commission unique, the Chief Commissioner said, is that they come mainly from the nation's workforce and the downtrodden who ordinarily cannot afford the cost of justice in the nation's judicial system. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
Congratulations to the Grand Ombudsman of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. The federal government says it is not unmindful of its commitment towards ensuring that the national minimum wage is reviewed every 5 years as a matter of law. Addressing newsmen after an audience with President Muhammadu Buhari, Labour and Employment Minister Chris Ngigi said discussions on the matter are ongoing with relevant government agencies.
The Provincial Committee on Salaries is working hand in hand with the National Salary Incomes and Wages Commission. The commission is mandated by law, by the act establishing them, to fix salaries, wages, emoluments. So they are working with the Presidential Committee on Salaries, chaired by the Finance Minister. I'm the co-chair, to look at the demands of the workers. I've answered this, and I said, as we enter the new year, the government will make some pronouncements in that direction.
Meanwhile, the National Information Technology Development Agency Establishment Act is being updated to reposition Nigeria's information technology and expand the digital economy. Ignatius Onkwo reports.
On Wednesday, the 14th of December 2022, Senate considered and passed the National Information Technology Development Agency Act Repeal and Reenactment Bill for second reading. 1 week after, the National Assembly Joint Committee on Information and Communication Technology and Cybersecurity commenced public hearing on the bill.
We are constantly challenged to be creative and ingenious partakers in the development as against sheer consumers of innovations. Other than this is the earnings that can come from a culture of innovation and also in the spirit of the much needed diversification of the Nigerian economy.
And the need to implement the National Digital Economy Plan and strategy recently launched by President Muhammadu Buhari. The context for the establishment of NIDA has duly advanced.
Some members of the House of Representatives moved that the session be suspended because of absence of some key persons and relevant documents.
I will want to suggest
and strongly too, for the absence of the document we're going to consider, I want to suggest that mid-January will take a clear-cut 2 days and get sent out.
The bill, when passed, is expected to sanitize Nigeria's internet space and enhance the expansion of its digital economy. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, is alerting mobile users of a new trend where hackers pose as money-lending apps to launch a malware campaign called Moneymonger. The 33 money-lending apps used in the deceptive scheme reported to already have about 100,000 downloads are being distributed through unofficial app stores. Smishing, that's SMS phishing, rogue adverts, compromised websites and social media campaigns. Once the malware is installed, it harvests and uploads victims' private information onto its server and is used in blackmailing the victim into paying high interest rates or risk private information being revealed to the public. NITDA therefore advises mobile users to always install applications from trusted sources, read reviews before downloading any app, and have up-to-date anti-malware applications. Vehicles plying the second Niger bridge heading into the southeast from Asaba are having a smooth ride while there's a build-up of traffic at the foot of the first Niger bridge caused by motorists jostling to access the old bridge. Kelvin Obichi reports.
Light traffic mounts from Asaba down to the Niger Bridge, with people traveling to the eastern part of the country and beyond for the festive season. To avoid the traffic, many resort to crossing the Niger Bridge on bikes moving against traffic.
When we run one way and those police people that used to hold us for the one way, the later would avoid for the other lane.
To ease the traffic, officers direct vehicles to the second Niger Bridge.
I don't know if it's opened. If I now have preferred, I wouldn't have been in this hold up. If they should open the big tankers for that second Niger Bridge, let them open it for us so that we can see the road to pass.
This is the second Niger Bridge. The vehicles plying this road are enjoying smooth ride. Though these vehicles are either going to Owerri axis or Bosi. The drivers praise the federal government for the construction of the second Niger Bridge, which has made life easier.
Because the traffic is much, and then I think this is the very place I need to get to my destination very quickly.
I thank the federal government. If they can commission it, we all will be happy.
And the Niger Bridge is very nice, very beautiful. We like it. I'm very excited. Though that the road, the access is not all that connected, but for me it's okay. We thank the president has tried for it.
Heavy-duty vehicles are prevented from taking the second Niger Bridge because of the nature of the road linking the bridge from Asaba axis. In Asaba, Kelvin Obichi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, still on the second Niger Bridge, it has provided an easy ride for commuters who before now spent more than 2 hours to cross the River Niger Bridge, especially during the festive season. Uchina Nweko visited the Onitsha end of the bridge and now reports.
It is historic that the long-awaited second Niger Bridge project, which was a mere proposal several years ago, can now be accessed and filled by motorists. The 2022 Christmas and New Year festivities cannot be forgotten in a hurry by commuters who before now spent 2 to 3 hours trying to get to Onitsha from the western part of the country.
I must tell you this. I'm now feeling that I'm a Nigerian. Thank God, and we want good things like this to continue in our country. This new road is quite a relief, okay? It's quite a relief, you know.
It needs a lot of traffic, it needs the traffic.
Okay.
But we pass through the normal road, we have been 2 hours in the traffic.
Okay.
But with help of this second Niger basis, and I'm very happy about it.
We are so happy. If Nigeria can continue doing their things in this form, Nigeria will be okay.
The federal government on the 15th of December opened the bridge temporarily to ease traffic from the existing bridge. The opening will last till the 15th of January 2023 in Onitsha. Uchenna Nweko, NTA News.
And still on bridges, Governor Nyesom Wike has inaugurated the Rumokurusi flyover. Ogidi reports that it is the 10th in a series of bridges inaugurated by the governor.
It was another happy moment for the locals and residents around Rumokurusi and Elimbu Aziz, as the incessant traffic congestion along Tank, Rumokurusi, Elimbu and Emeka Road will be a thing of the past. The 10th flyover bridge will not only ease traffic along those axes and serve as an alternative route to easily access the Port Harcourt International Airport. Governor Wike is pleased that he has been able to conceptualize projects and complete them in record time.
It's unprecedented in the history of Nigeria for you to see projects conceptualized and executed within 1 year. Projects of this nature that's capital intensive. By the grace of God, before the election next year, God will help us to commission the 11th and the 12th flyovers.
The locals demonstrated their joy through various traditional dance displays. The total length of the 10th flyover bridge is 820 meters long. In Port Harcourt, Ogedi Nyekwere, NTA News.
It's time for some messages. Do stay tuned for more reports.
Glow wishes you a Merry Christmas.
It's another for Nigeria. Oh, better days are coming. Better days that keeps us up and strength. All until the point it means to keep this hope alive. Bringing the smiles back to all Nigerians.
It's a new dawn in Nigeria. Renewed hope beckons on our people. The silver lining dots the skies. The firmament portents a bright future as the people of Nigeria move to vote a man whom they have come to trust for the realization of their aspirations for a better Nigeria. That man is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He has been tested. He can be trusted. Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as President of Nigeria 2023. Vote Kashim Shettima as Vice President. Vote APC. Surely with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the smiles are returning. We are close to home.
Bringing the smiles back to all Nigerians.
The Acting Co-Marshal, FRSC, Dauda Alibiu, on behalf of FRSC management and staff, wishes to remind all the road users to obey all traffic rules and regulations as we journey into the Yuletide season. Avoid excessive speed. Don't overload your vehicles. Always use the seatbelt while driving. Ensure proper maintenance of your vehicle before traveling this season. Avoid drinking while driving. Avoid night traveling if possible. In case of any road crashes or any road challenges, please call FRSC toll-free line 122 or call 0700. Call FRSC or 0700 2255 3772. Remember, only the living celebrates. Always drive to stay alive. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
In line with the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure NASENI Act of 1992 and Presidential Executive Order 5, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, has approved the National Tractor and Heavy-Duty Machinery Recovery, Refurbishment and Redeployment Project as partnership project between NASENI, the Nigerian Incentive-Based Risk Sharing System for Agricultural Lending, NESAL, as well as the Machine and Equipment Corporation Construction Africa Limited, MEGA. Naseni hereby calls for submission of expression of interest to participate in the scheme by state governments or MBA. Those eligible are all the 36 state governments, the FCTA, and all federal ministries, departments, and agencies. Interested states and MBAs should send expression of interest to Naseni Special Intervention Revolving Fund not more than 6 weeks from date of this publication. Announcer Professor M.S. Haruna, Executive Vice Chairman, Naseni.
The Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO, in collaboration with the Federal Road Safety Corps FRC, merrily facilitates with all Christians this Christmas. It's a season to show love to all. As you celebrate the joy season, do not drink and drive. Ensure the use of your seatbelt while driving. Do not drive with worn-out tires. Obey all traffic rules and regulations and ensure your vehicle is in good condition and roadworthy. Consideration of other road users is everyone's responsibility. Remember, your life is precious to your loved ones and the nation. In case of emergency, please call FRSC toll-free line 122. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. This message is from the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO. Alhaji Yusuf Lawal Othman, National President, Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO, announcer.
The School for Arabic Studies, Old Students Association, SASOSA, wishes to invite its members across all class chapters and the general public to the SAS Day theme, Bringing Back Old School Days. Date, Monday 26th December 2022. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, School for Arabic Studies, Kano. Announcer, Organizing Committee.
Thanks for staying tuned. Determined to reconcile members in Adamawa State, the APC governorship candidate Aishatu Dahiru Ahmed Binani has met with the APC House of Assembly and House of Representatives aspirants who contested in their respective primary elections of the party to work towards victory at all levels. Nafisatu Abdulhamid Dembos reports.
APC governorship candidate Senator Aishatu Dahiru Ahmed Binani said the unity among the party members remains sacrosanct for the party to reclaim its mandate in Adamawa State. Binani, who described the aspirants as stakeholders in her campaign team, asked them to work out modalities for APC to be victorious in all positions in 2023 general elections.
We assure you of good governance if given the mandate.
The Director General Binani Campaign Organization, Senator Ahmed Barata, and the APC acting chairman in the state, Samaila Tadawos, called on the aspirants to work as a formidable team so as to win the minds of the citizenry. The aspirants lauded the foresight of Senator Binani for her open door policies and promised to work together with all stakeholders for APC to emerge victorious in 2023 general elections.
We will work hard to ensure your victory and all APC candidates.
In Yola, Nafisatu Abdulhamid Dembos, NTA News.
Similarly, in Gombe State, grassroots mobilization of support for Tinubu Shettima has commenced ahead of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaigns Council to northeastern states. Emmanuel Akila reports.
Wherever the train goes, this is the slogan in canvassing for support towards victory in the 2023 general elections. The campaign train has covered all the 40 electoral wards in Gombe South Senatorial District. The electorates are happy with the APC for the grassroots development in Gombe State.
We are
under the shade. Now we have water, food, and employment for our youth. In Tengali land, we now have the Latongor Fubawuri Road. For Governor Muhammad Inwa Yahya, his confidence for victory for the APC from top to bottom lies in the deliberate policy of rural transformation with roads network, water supply scheme, healthcare provision, social investment programs, among others.
The young and the old, male and female, all in support of the APC because they believe
APC will deliver. And that's why I'm absolutely confident. I'm absolutely sure that we shall win the election from the presidency until the House of Assembly. We shall win by the grace of God.
The campaign train would continue moving until all the 114 wards in Gombe State are visited to boost the re-election bid of Governor Muhammad Inoy Yahya and to prepare the grounds for the APC presidential campaign rally in the northeast sub-region. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
Meanwhile, local government experts in Lafia at the launch of a book titled Administrative Guru say local government autonomy should make the third tier of government financially viable, which in turn will boost provision of basic social amenities for people at the grassroots, Achigli Magaji reports.
Advocacy by stakeholders for implementation of local government autonomy say is to ensure financial viability and strengthening of service delivery to the people at the grassroots. This is the submission of speakers at the public presentation of the book Administrative Guru, an autobiography of a former deputy governor of Old Plateau State and paramount traditional ruler of Edege Chiefdom in Nasarawa State, Ali Lubala Usman.
And also the present, remember our past, remember our present, we can set a course for our future. And book is a source. It's going to be a source for all the governments. Most of our meetings is that when we get to any point, we are not religious believers or not. The only person that can entitle us is the word.
The book tells the story of a seasoned local government administrator par excellence who successfully administered the affairs of more than 7 local government councils at different times and initiated solutions to far-reaching challenges of development in the Old Plateau and Nasarawa states. And in the spirit of old ties and friendship, the event which held in Lafia drew people from all walks of life as speakers commended Idosu Ajiri for his contribution to economic and social emancipation of his people. They are unanimous the third tier of government will perform efficiently only when dedicated, professional and seasoned administrators are employed to run the affairs of local government councils.
The Comptroller General of Immigration, Isa Jiri Idris, has appealed to journalists to be fair in reporting activities of the service. This was at a parley with journalists covering the Nigerian Immigration Service in Abuja. Idris wondered why personnel of the service are sometimes accused of corruption without mentioning the parties inducing them. In a jovial atmosphere which provided the opportunity for frank talk, the journalists repeatedly urged the immigration boss to be more accessible to the media and the service more transparent in its reforms, regardless of challenges. The Public Relations Officer, Nigeria Immigration Service, Tony Akunemi, was commended for bringing about what journalists termed a breath of fresh air in the service. The meeting comes after an NTA investigative report uncovered racketeering in passport administration. President Muhammadu Buhari has appointed engineer Tukur Mohammed Lawan Funtua as the new managing director of the Nigeria communications satellite NIGCOMSAT. Before his appointment, he was the director, Health, Community Affairs, Safety and Environment, Cement PLC, with 30 years professional experience in manufacturing processes, process engineering, health production, safety and environmental management and communications. Now, there's a new sheriff in town as the Commissioner of Police CP Sadiq Idris Abubakar has assumed office as the 29th Commissioner of Police in charge of the Federal Capital Territory, a member of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, KURU. CP Sadiq holds a Doctor of Philosophy and a Master's degree in Educational Psychology, both from the University of Abuja. The new CP warns criminal elements in the territory to steer clear and commit to legitimate ventures. President and Chief Executive Officer of Belema Oil, Tien Jack Rich, has advocated Nigeria's admission into the G20 economic group. While speaking at the U.S. Africa Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C., he noted that the incorporation of Nigeria and the African Union into the G20 would be a milestone in global economic acceleration. For the frontline politician and philanthropist, he is unequivocal that Africa will be a force to reckon with if Pacific and Caribbean countries are also integrated into the group.
You talk about trade, we need to integrate the diasporan countries. And I haven't heard anyone talk about the Pacific countries. We have about 15 countries there, and we have 16 countries in the Caribbean. So it's important to integrate these two diasporan countries with the continent of Africa. Today, Africa is about 30% of global GDP. That's about $2.5 trillion. That's not strong for us. And what we need now is the right collaboration. But again, we need to also, I want to use this window to appeal to the mayors that one good thing that you can do for Africa is to have Africa Union. Nigeria is about 19.3% of Africa's total GDP. That's a strong economy.
The U.S. Africa Leaders Summit has created a window for partnership between the public and private sector to accelerate economic growth. Still on economic matters, reactions are trailing the revised cash withdrawal limit by the Central Bank of Nigeria, which now pegs maximum weekly limit across all channels by individuals at 500,000 and corporate organizations at 5 million naira. Bossede Abel reports that this is an upward review of the previous limit set in a December 6, 2022 circular by the Apex Bank. Some Nigerians still look unfavorably at the policy.
The development is coming 2 weeks after the Apex reduced the weekly over-the-counter cash withdrawal limits for individuals to 100,000 naira and that of corporate organizations to 500,000 naira. The Apex Bank noted that it recognizes the vital role that cash transactions play in supporting underserved and rural communities and would ensure an inclusive approach as it implements the transaction to a more cashless society.
I think it's welcome. As I said, it's evidence-based, and with what they have done, central bank, has now accommodated a lot of opinions, by revising the cash limit.
Everybody now will partake in the in the banking system, and if you're compelled to partake in it, you will have access to other banking services that you would have hitherto not have gotten access to.
Despite the assurance from the CBN, some Nigerians have been critical of the policy.
It's better than what it was. Since there's an increment from the 20,000 to 100, then from the 100 to 500. But I still feel the CBN government should still do more.
If this actually would work, I want to expect the CBN to, if maybe a synergy with the network, the service providers, to strengthen networks in all those local areas, and there should be sensitization.
The CBN says this directive, which supersedes that of December 6, 2022, will take effect nationwide from January 9, 2023. In Abuja, Bossede Abel, NTA News.
We're still talking monetary matters, and Benny Adams is here to give us details on the business circle. Over to you, Benny.
Thank you, Najitu. Amid a public fears of fake naira notes in circulation, the Central Bank of Nigeria has intensified enlightenment campaigns on the security features on the new naira notes. The security features are 23 on the 1,000 note, 15 features on the 500 note, and 10 features on the 200 naira note. The CBN says the distinguishing features, which can be recognized by touch and visibility, are raised print, the security thread, and the watermark. Other areas such as the portrait and lettering are embossed. The Naira notes are also protected against photocopying and have features which are visible under ultraviolet light. And taking a look at the market, it was a positive at the end of the last week of trading on the Nigerian Stock Exchange as Nigerians prepare for Christmas. A total of 140.36 million shares in 2,063 deals corresponding to a market value of 4 billion naira were traded. Compared with previous trading day, which was Thursday, today's data shows 6% improvement in volume, 28% improvement in turnover, but 31% decline in deals. The current market capitalization is 27.1 trillion naira. Real Estate Investment Trust recorded the highest volume of 50.4 million traded shares, followed by Egerugu Power 12.9 million, UAC of Nigeria 10.5 million, and NTA Nigeria 8.17 million. Well, that is business news. We'll now join Lagos, where Adiola is waiting. Adiola, take it from here.
Thank you, Benny. Lagos State government says it is committed to providing support and logistics to ensure that the outcome of the forthcoming national population and housing census is credible. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this at a stakeholder summit on national population and housing census organized by the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations in Lagos. Musa Toliat reports.
This gathering of stakeholders underscores the need for planning and wide consultation to ensure that the desired objectives of the 2023 National Population and Housing Census are achieved.
We're collecting data that will be useful for all the sectors of the economy. I'd like to say that all residents of Lagos, please stay in Lagos and be counted.
With the introduction of technology to ensure data accuracy and put to rest any form of controversy, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu threw his weight behind the National Population Commission to actualize its mandate.
It is heartwarming to note that the planned 2023 population and house census slated for April next year will be a digital census, taking advantage of digital tools and technology. In addition to the technical committee that I set up last year, I have directed the setting up of 5 additional committees in line with the National Population Commission strategy and vision. With the new technology coupled with diligence and cooperation of all stakeholders, we will do an awesome job that will widely be accepted by all.
The role of traditional institutions in mobilization and sensitization of residents was part of the discussion at the summit.
On our part as community builders, traditional rulers, royal fathers, we will continue to share the information as we have already begun last year.
For his commitment and support for the national assignment, Governor Sanwo-Olu was decorated as a patron of the 2023 National Population and Housing Census. The communique at the end of the stakeholders summit will go a long way to assist the National Population Commission in strategic planning for a seamless exercise come 2023. In Lagos, Musa.
Let's take a look at some political stories. Political activities are gathering momentum as the 2023 general elections draw nearer. Diana Ajale in this report takes a look at how the youths are engaging and contributing to the electioneering process.
Analysts say, more than ever before, and in the political history of the nation, Nigerian youths have become involved in the electoral process. Large numbers of youths that have besieged INEC centers for registration and to obtain their permanent voter cards buttress their views. This scenario at one of the centers says it all. No doubt, these ones are ready to effect the change they desire.
When I heard it was extended, I felt like it was an opportunity to come get it done once and for all because I really want to vote this time around.
Our side, no many queue, and we are doing it one after the other, no harassment.
Nigerians welcome these developments, but are quick to ask how truly determined Nigerian youths are about not just registering, but ensuring they get their PVCs and vote for candidates of their choice.
Have to realize that they also have value that they can add to the system. So we're encouraging them not to feel disenfranchised, not to feel that their votes don't count.
The things you see in the recent election in Osun State is how young people came out. But in cases where internet was failing, people said, okay, I have my internet, can you connect to my Wi-Fi? Those are the ways that we can participate.
Until that happens, this crowd here might just be like huge clouds with no rains. And like these respondents, some experts are of the view that matching words with actions will make a great impact and ensure Nigerian youth exercise their civic rights and participate effectively in the nation's democratic process and governance. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
And those are the stories from the Center of Excellence. Do not forget to follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on the screen for updates. There'll be more stories after this time out, to stay with us.
We are quite delighted to thank the following people and institutions for their consistent goodwill and patronage, and for supporting the proudly Nigerian brain. His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, First Lady Dr. Mrs. Aisha Muhammad Buhari, ShopRite, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Covenant University, Next Cash and Carry, Market Square, Prince Ebano, Buka Hospitality, Sahat Stores, Alcam Diocese of Amish and Nnewi, Catholic Diocese of Onitsha, Just Right Stores, and Spire Nigeria. What about you? Are you not aware that when you buy made in Nigerian brands like Erisco, you are supporting the creation of more jobs in Nigeria? We therefore enjoin you to patronize made in Nigerian brands like Erisco Foods and join our numerous partners, distributors and customers who have built a good relationship with us because they believe in eating healthy food and in economic progress of our country. Thank you and God bless you all.
The National Pension Commission (PENCOM) is pleased to inform the general public that the third edition of pension enhancement under the Contributory Pension Scheme (CPS) has been approved. The exercise is for existing retirees under program withdrawal who have accumulated significant growth in their retirement savings account (RSAs). The effective commencement date of the enhancement is February 2023. All relevant retirees are by this notice advised to contact their respective pension fund administrators to complete their required documentation. PENCOM assures all stakeholders of its commitment to the effective regulation, supervision, and administration of pension matters in Nigeria. Management Announcer.
The chairman, Zamfara State APC Gubernatorial Campaign Council for the re-election of His Excellency Governor Bello Muhammad MON, Matawallan Maradin Shatiman Dalar Usmaniya, His Excellency Honorable Abdulaziz Yar Abubakar Shatiman Zamfara, and former Governor Zamfara State cordially invite all APC members, stakeholders, and supporters in Zamfara State to the flag-off of Zamfara State Gubernatorial Campaign, scheduled as follows. Date: Tuesday, 27 December 2022. Venue: Kauran Namoda Township Stadium along Shinkafi Road, Kauran Namoda, Zamfara State. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Announcer: Honorable Ibrahim Megandi, Malikin Gidan Goga, Director, Publicity Directorate for the Campaign Council.
Growing up in a big family, there weren't always enough seats at the table, so we started eating on the floor so that we could enjoy our food and cokes together, to remind us that the most important part of any meal is being together.
The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has fixed Monday 12th December 2022 to Sunday 22nd January 2023 as the dates for the collection of PVCs nationwide from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. All registrants who are yet to collect their PVCs or requested for transfer of registration, as well as those who applied for replacement of lost or damaged PVCs, can now visit INEC local government offices where they intend to vote to collect their PVCs. Collection of PVCs will be further extended to ward level for those who are unable to collect theirs at local government offices from Friday 6th to Sunday, 15 January 2023. Thereafter, the exercise will be reverted to the local government offices of the INEC until Sunday, 22nd January 2023. Remember, only those with PVC can vote on election day. Collect your PVC now to vote. It is your duty. This message is brought to you by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
And supported by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP.
Kids, grown-ups, it doesn't matter. Have a cup of peak chocolate anytime and enjoy the delicious nourishment of chocolatey goodness. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Oh, what fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo! Christmas came early! Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Braids to Millions promo. Get free 100 megabytes NTA data and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids Pack. Open the pack flap, SMS your unique PIN to 38353. Hurry now! Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
It's nice to know you're still watching the network news on NTA. The Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has promised a secure and united Nigeria if given the mandate. The promise was made during the party's campaign rally in Yenagoa. Doris Akumonye reports.
The presidential candidate Peter Obi decried a level of pollution in Bayelsa State, said top on his agenda will ensure cleanup of the environmental pollution arising from oil exploration activities. He said his administration will embark on dredging of the River Niger and Benue to reduce the perennial flooding challenge in the state. Peter Obi promised an all-inclusive administration. State chairman of Labour Party and other supporters pledged their unalloyed support for the Obi Dati ticket. In Yenagoa, Doris Sakomoye, NTA News.
Back in Abuja, motorists are applauding the seamless access to petrol, but are calling for sustainable efforts towards putting a permanent end to queues and artificial scarcity in the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
At glance, it is not hard to see that Yusuf Maji is an excited motorist.
People will continue like that and people will suffer for journey. So we thank God everything is over. The first scarcity, everybody went to filling station and get fuel very easy and go. So we thank God for that.
Motorists who spoke with NTA News said they were pleasantly surprised that they came and spent barely 10-15 minutes and they got petrol. According to them, they were genuinely scared that the Yuletide season would be characterized by scarcity and long queues.
Yusuf Maji's happiness resonates with most of the motorists who spoke to.
I said there's no any queue now, thank God. Yes, to some extent, it's better in town.
If they can continue like this, I think we appreciate it.
15 minutes, it was not what we thought. So it's at least it's better now.
Actually, I didn't stay that long, but to be very sincere, when I was passing through here yesterday, I was scared.
It's good. We're getting better. It's good. Gradually, we're getting better.
Wherever notice a bit of vehicular traffic in preferred petrol stations and the fact that some stations were not dispensing. Upon inquiry, they told NTA News they had run out of product at the moment but are expecting more before the end of the day. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Kogi Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has intensified campaigns aimed at reducing accidents and gridlocks along flashpoints on major routes in the state during the Yuletide. Solomon Ayedehin reports.
Kogi State is known for high vehicular movement, particularly at festive periods, and this is currently playing out. The situation has accounted for the increase in road crashes and gridlocks, especially on the popular Okene-Lokoja-Abuja highway. This also has prompted the Federal Road Safety Corps to embark on a special end-of-the-year intervention sensitization campaign for gridlock and crash-prone areas.
When they embark on a 4-hour journey, it is supposed to stop and rest for 30 minutes to ensure that the blood flows out, especially the lower limbs.
The State Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Stephen Dowlong, explained that 870 men will be deployed for operations.
Have a camp in Kotonkarpi, one at Natako, the other one here in Zariagi, and the fourth one in Okele, because these are the likely places we are envisaging we will have traffic build-up.
Distribution of flyers with relevant information to motorists was key component of the program at Zariagi, Lokoja. Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Nigeria has recorded another milestone in the Cleaning Nigeria campaign as the country hits 100 in the number of local government areas which are open defecation free. Water Resources Minister Suleiman Adamu, in a statement, recalls that in 2017 only one local government area, Obaniluku in Cross River State, was free. President Muhammadu Buhari declared a state of emergency in the water, sanitation and hygiene sector in 2018 and flagged off the Clean Nigeria Use the Toilet campaign in November 2019, backed by Executive Order Number 9 towards making Nigeria open defecation free by 2025. And next is a break. Stay tuned.
Fun it is to win in the Lush Hair Braids the Millions promo. Christmas came early. Everyone is a winner in the Lush Hair Braids the Millions promo. Get free 100 megabytes NTA data and a chance to win 1 million naira, a car, generator, and other amazing prizes. Simply buy Lush Hair Wow, Ready, Jumbo, or Mega Braids Pack. Open the pack flap, SMS your unique PIN to 38353. Hurry now. Terms and conditions apply. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
My people, my name is Emeka. Mekus Kamat. Let me get all this people. I don't learn my lesson. Somebody come buy motor for my hand, carry big money, come give me. Now when the gate bust, then my eye open. I know to that 419 be. Now when EFCC bab him, now they come bab me too. Now he make me they warn you. All of them when they do business like me, where they carry big money, when I go sometimes I go carry transfer, carry bring back. They could shine in my eye because the special control unit against money laundering, when they call school, they don't want to say if the money pass 5 million naira for individual, no collect them. If it pass 10 million naira for company, no collect them. Can I go where? Bank. If you don't do them like that, 250,000 naira for every day where this offense happen. Or they go suspend your license, or they go shut them down for your hand. You talk say I know one you.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
When we are asleep in the night, they are awake. When we are awake in the morning, they are still awake. In the bush, air, land and sea. Every time, anytime, everywhere. They are our security forces. In season and out of season, standing in there for you and I. Standing in there for our nation to keep Nigeria safe. Let us always support them. Let us pray for them. Let us help them to serve us better, to serve the nation better. Let us support the federal government of Nigeria. Together, we can weather the storm. For vital information, you call
091 3590 4467.
As we close a successful year 2022 and prepare for the start of a better year 2023, the Nigeria Television Authority, NTA, wishes to appreciate and share the love with all who gave us a year to remember for good. The three arms of government, ministries, departments and agencies, corporate bodies and advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups and political parties. Most importantly, you are a esteemed viewer. We say thank you. Together, we made 2022 great. Let's make 2023 greater. Once again, we say thank you. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from all of us at the NTA. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
We sang the popular hit song Bumper to
Rema. One they call. Oh, do you know with GoTV you can enjoy the best of local and international shows? That's festive. Really? Makes sense. You really? Something the ball. Yeah. My food, your food.
Say the thing now. Yes. Wait. Bro, pay for any package this festive and GoTV go upgrade you to a higher package. Wow.
For this festive season, everybody go shine well because now bumper time with day. Renew your subscription and get upgraded to a higher package. Dial star 288 hash to enjoy. Now better entertainment will show pass. GoTV, love it.
But just in time for sports update with Ayodeji Makinde.
A 5-day basketball tournament for Benue State clubs ended in Makudi with Time Tigers defeating Upper Flames of Otupo 58 to 56 points to emerge as the 2022 champions of the John Allah basketball tournament. Moses Ode reports that the event, which featured 10 teams across the state with clinic for over 300 children and coaches, held at the basketball arena of the Apiraku Stadium.
From the beginning to all to the third quarter when we took the lead, so I'm very happy.
The only give back that I can show appreciation is coming back to where I'm from, to pulling those other kids out and giving them a helping hand.
In the meantime, Nigeria Super Eagles dropped 3 places in the end of the year FIFA ranking released by the World Football Governing Body from 33rd to 35th position in the world after failing to win their 2 friendlies against Portugal and Algeria, and also moved 1 step down from 4th to 5th position in Africa. Morocco is the highest ranked country on the continent following its impressive run to the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup. Meanwhile, Brazil remained the number 1 country in the world despite exiting the World Cup at the quarter-final stage, and newly crowned world champions Argentina are ranked 2nd, while France, Belgium and England make up the top 5 teams in the world.
We need a coach who understands how to inject that Nigerian spirit into the team and get them to perform even above their abilities.
That in the coming days, we'll make the most of our next fixture so that not just for the ranking, but of course for our own prestige.
In another development, Cameroon goalkeeper Andre Onana has retired from international football after being suspended by team management at the FIFA World Cup. The 26-year-old, who has been capped 34 times for his country, was sent home from the tournament in Qatar after a fallout with the national team coach Rigobert Song over criticism of his goalkeeping style at the World Cup and disciplinary breach by the Inter Milan shotstopper. With sports update, Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
Now let's check out the weather forecast.
Today's weather forecast. We expect the dust in the atmosphere to keep most parts of the north in moderate dust haze, reducing their horizontal visibility to about 2 to 5 kilometers. The central down to the inland areas of the south will experience slight dust haze, while patches of clouds in hazy atmosphere would be the prevailing weather across the coastal belt of the country. Now let's have a look at how the quality of air will be affected in cities within the country. My name is Joyce Ogunleye. Thank you for watching.
And that concludes the news. Remember to box those presents tomorrow ahead of Christmas.